Welcome everybody to WREXtra time. This is the local pundit. I am Paddy Power, and what a match that was. The match is over. It is 1-1 with the table leaders until we took 2 points away from them, and now they are sitting in second place. Oh, boo-hoo, Middlesborough. You're not number one anymore. I am not muted. I am not falling for that one, Nick Donlan. Well done, guys. That was a great match. I loved it, loved it, loved it, loved it. I am unhappy that, look, we ended up losing it after winning for so long. However, it was a good match. It was a good defensive match against a very, very strong top of the table team. So tonight we are going to have a big conversation about how Wrexham fares against the best of the league, because they were the best of the league until they came up against us, and now they are second best of the league. So I have just dropped the link to come and join me tonight, streamyard.com/all that gobbledygook there. Use that link and jump in the background, and I will bring you in shortly, and we will discuss what you want to discuss, because anyone who has not seen the WREXtra time before, this is mainly about what you want to talk about. So come in and chat with me, and we'll have some fun. Nick Donlan. I don't believe you, Nick. I think you did it on purpose, and I didn't fall for it, and now you're trying to hide your shame that your joke didn't work. All good, buddy. No problem whatsoever. So who is going to be first in tonight, guys? In other news, Birmingham lost. Now, if we had won tonight, I was wondering if my co-host John was going to turn up on Champ Chat this week. God forbid Wrexham would actually end up ahead of Birmingham on the table, but we were close. We were close. So let's have a look at the table. All the matches have finished. So I have it here beside me. I'm not going to bring it up because I haven't prepped it. Coventry City with all W's on the form chart for the last 5 matches. And we have them next. They are first. They've 28 points. Middlesbrough second, 25 points. Millwall then leading the playoff pack, 23 points. Then we have Bristol City, Stoke City, and Charlton Athletic are still in the playoff spots at the moment. I'm sure they will slide slowly but surely further down the table. They drew tonight, their match. We'll go through the results in just a moment. Then, as we have a look down through the table, who else do we have here? Leicester City is in 10th. So they have had a bit of a slide. 2 losses in a row. They also lost today. And now they are out of the playoff spots. Interesting. Ipswich Town won today. They are gaining. They are currently in 12th, slowly working their way up the table, finding a bit of form after a little bit of a slide with 2 losses before this win today. Who else do we have? Birmingham City, as I mentioned, had a loss today, so they still have 15 points, 1 ahead of us. We are on equal with Derby, but who won today, but they what was I going to say? I don't know what I was going to say. Oh, they are different. Goal difference is keeping them below us. Then, as we go down, Southampton, another loss today. Someone's getting sacked in the morning. This is gonna come soon enough. Has to come soon enough. Southampton, another loss. Blackburn had a win today, pulling them up the table just a little bit. So back in the relegation zone is Sheffield United. Listen to this. Sheffield United, Norwich City, and then Chef Wednesday. Now, poor old Chef Wednesday on -6 points. That is nuts. I picked them to win tonight. I thought they were going to have a administration boost and we're going to win this match, but c'est la vie. So that is the basics of the table. Let's go through the matches. If I can get to the right place here. Table, championship, and matches by round 12. Don't forget, next week our match is actually the Friday night match, guys. So we are on our own with the first match of the weekend. So round 12 has just completed, and yesterday we had Preston North End beat Sheffield United 3-2. And then today we had Coventry City won 3-1 versus a Watford side who got a red card. 3 goals again for Coventry City. They are just blasting it. They almost have as many goals as points, and we have them next week. So that should be fun. Ipswich Town won versus West Bromwich Albion 1-0. Portsmouth lost 1-0 to Stoke City. Blackburn Rovers won 2-1 versus Southampton. Southampton also got themselves a red card today. Bristol City won a 1-0 battle versus Birmingham City. John will be happy about that, I am sure. Derby County won today 1-0 versus Queen's Park Rangers. A very good result for them, pulling themselves out of the bottom of the table, just up a little bit higher. Hull City 1-1 with Charlton Athletic. Charlton Athletic doing so well lately. Drop a couple of points there and slide just a little bit down the table, but still in the playoff spots, as I said. Middlesbrough 1-1 with Wrexham. We are going to talk all about that very shortly. Still waiting for the first person to come in, guys. Millwall won 1-0, taking out Leicester City, knocking them out of the playoff spots down to 10th spot, I think it was. Sheffield Wednesday lost 2-1 battle with Oxford. First match since the administration at home for them. And Swansea City took out Norwich again, keeping Norwich down the bottom. They are in big trouble. They're in big trouble down the bottom of the table. So I'm just going to click on Sheffield Wednesday first because I want to have a quick look at something. And it doesn't... Oh, attendance. There we go. 27,261 attended that match. Why is that important? Because last week they were actually boycotting the match and there were more away supporters than home supporters. And now this week they have more than double the match from last week. So a lot of fans did come back for them, which is good. They need a bit of cash to keep going while they sort out who the new owners are going to be. Now, I'm going to pull up some stats for our match today. Wrexham, Middlesbrough. Okay. So, guys, come on. Who's going to come in and talk to me today? Today is actually a fairly positive day. A couple of negatives here and there, but we'll try not to go too crazy on them. Very good result. I'm happy with today. Are you happy with today? That's what I want to know. Was today a draw that was a win or a draw that was a loss? Now, that's one topic I would like to cover today with some of you guys. But in the chat, answer me this question. Was today a 1 or 2 points lost? How do you feel about that? We were ahead for a lot of the game. Kiefer Moore missed a golden opportunity header, which should have made it 2-0. So I want to talk about this. Now, Habs is the first one in tonight. Hello, Habs. I'm going to bring you in. Hello.
Yo, what's going on?
Yo. So answer that question first. Was tonight a draw that was a point earned, or was it 2 points lost?
I'd say it could have been 2 points. It could have been lost an additional 2 points, but I think it's a point earned in this case because we didn't come into this with an option to really. Well, I mean, getting a win or a draw would have been getting a draw would have been at least the best with this. But if we had lost, it wouldn't have been a shock or a surprise because they're the ones battling it out with Coventry, trying to get first and second for the automatic spot. But for us, getting a draw and actually getting close to winning as well shows that 1, we can hang. 2, we can do some damage against top teams. 3, why do we have this bad habit of wanting to play up against teams that are above us? And 4, I mean, the pressure wasn't on us. The pressure was on them.
Yes, it was. Absolutely. They were at home. Yeah. Nick has an interesting... Sorry, I was just popping up some comments there. Nick has an interesting one. Felt like both, really, which is an interesting point because, yes, it does kind of feel a bit of both. We could have won it, but ultimately couldn't hold out. But I do think it was absolutely a point earned. We played well today. We played defensively for the majority of the match, and some people were really outstanding. Really outstanding.
Absolutely. Because, I mean, I wasn't too bothered either way if we were going to come out with a draw or a win. So I was glad we got the draw. I'm really glad we got the draw. We got a point off of them. And sure, we came down to 16th. We were in 15th. We come down to 16th. But just getting through this, and especially with Middlesbrough, is good.
Sorry, Habs. 2 seconds there. I'm gonna ask you to pause for a moment. We have a comment here from the final whistle, which is Mark himself. Tell you what, it's cold here. I'm the last one standing in the press box, and it's freezing. Well, how about this, Mark? If you want to stay and be just a little bit colder, why not come and join us tonight? Because we would love to talk about the ref. That would be fun.
Yes, I want to hear what he has. I could hear him all through the match as well. I could hear him all through the match. It was like, what is with this ref? And I was thinking, what is he doing?
Yeah. So link to join. I'm going to put it out there for anyone to join us. But if you're still there and if you'd like to actually hang around and chat with us before you head home, by all means. If not, we'll catch you some other time. Okay. So do you know what? Let's not hit the ref just yet. We'll talk about it in a while, just in case Mark does actually find somewhere warm and decides to join us. And we'll keep going there about what it felt like. So is there any particular point you want to bring up first? Because as I say, this show is about what you guys think. You came in, so have you a point that you'd like to get across in particular?
We were generally solid most of the match. We were aggressive.
Yeah.
Aggressive in the first half, as usual. And then you could start seeing in the second half, they were, as usual, you see the other team trying to press us afterwards and we're trying to defend our point. But that's inevitable. It's going to happen. But we could have gotten that second goal with more. There was such a close moment. I think it was around the 71st minute. It was as well.
Yeah.
Was it around? Yeah. I just think at that point, get him off.
Yeah.
Yeah. He should have came off.
I absolutely think we need to start treating Kiefer Moore as a 60, 70 minute attacker. He does get a little bit slow, and he has actually missed some stuff. He's great in defense. Obviously, he's done a lot of work for us, but we can't rely on him for the entire match either. It's not really fair on him just because he's good in defense. And Mark has responded here. He's afraid he has to leave at the moment. Of course, he has to drive home. But he says it was a great performance, great noise from the away fans. And it was actually a lot of good noise from the fans. So, sorry about that. Keep on.
No, what I was going to say is that it's becoming a bit of a frustration now at this point, having to deal with Moore as a starter, because he's just turning into Ollie Palmer 2.0. He is. Everyone's starting to see it as well.
Okay. I will say, though, Ollie Palmer 2.0 is completely different to Ollie Palmer. I'm sorry. I understand why people are questioning him. And I understand the few of the negatives that come with him. But he is much, much better in all areas than Ollie Palmer was for this level. Not just for the previous levels, but for this level.
He definitely is much better than him, but there are moments where you just look at he is not very good at handling the ball.
Yes. Yeah.
He is not very good at handling the ball at all. But when there are moments where you could think, just pass the ball there, he doesn't have that. He doesn't have that gracefulness for which we can take advantage of. I mean, when you got someone like Hardy who is far more graceful on the ball, or you got someone like Smith who's far more physical with the ball, where he's able to be. They're both much more mobile and are able to play the passing game that Moore is just not able to do. When there are moments of transition where we do see Moore was there, but he just needed support, and I do see some moments where Josh was like he in his reactions. Like there was a bit where he was on transition, and no one was there to give him support. There's this weird bad. I can't remember not reacting enough quickly when the ball is on transition, and it just gets there's this weird moment there. But overall, he looked good. Overall, it was good. It was just that one moment we could have been leading. We could have won this game. But I'm not angry about that. We got to draw. We got a point away from a team that's currently fighting for the automatic. So we're not the protagonists this season. Those two are.
Yeah, a lot of comments coming in there. I put them on screen about more, and I'm they're all fair comments. Interesting to have. I love having more, to be honest. We may need to transition away from him later in the season, or that. I personally like him playing. I see what Parky does in him, I think, and I'm happy enough with that. But we do have other players that I also want to be playing. Broadhead obviously is being held off for his minutes still, which is a bit of a worry. I would like him to be in, but I think we are getting there. We are getting there with the team. We were able to stand up to Southampton and put it to them. How we did that in the first half and made them take 3 substitutions at halftime. Like, take that as a positive. Take that as a win in itself. So he is absolutely doing well. Parky is absolutely doing something right with the team, and I will absolutely give him that.
I mean, we almost put them to the sword, so they were close to being. They were panicking. You can tell they were panicking after a certain point. That's not. They were so panicking that they had to just become a bunch of dive merchants and a bunch of foul merchants, and I think they knew that with the ref. They were just getting away with it. They were just. It's ridiculous. The sheer amount of fouls that they were trying to win over, especially that Ailing as well.
Yeah. We'll move on to the ref a little bit in a moment, because actually Final Whistle is here again with his final comments before he heads off home. And I'll put it up there. When George W. Bush talked about the axis of evil, very few people realized that he was referring to North Korea, Iraq, and today's ref. Mark is not going to let this one go. Now, you mentioned there how we were putting it to them today, and that's fair. But I'm going to actually call out the stats, and we'll have a quick look at that to be fair to them. So they had possession of 69%. We had 31. Absolutely expected if you look at our old school game against possession teams. That's how it usually ends up, somewhere around the 30s. Maybe a little bit higher, but in the end, we were just defending for our lives almost. Expected goals on each side, which I hate to even talk about, but in this context, 0.87 for them, 0.81 for us. Very even. Total shots, they had 14 and we had 7. Most of their total shots were weak and didn't trouble AO at all. There were a couple.
They were a waste of time, most of them were.
Yeah, most of them were a waste of time. There were a couple that we needed him to be strong. He had some nice punch-outs, which seems to be a talking point for AO lately. Everybody seems to be shouting out too many punches, but he did them well today. And then we had one big chance each. So that was pretty good. I was happy with that in general. They were a strong team. They were better than us. I will say that. Look, they've been here for a while. They're a top-end team. They've built a championship squad all around them. And that is what it is. But we are going to get there. We have all the signs that we're getting there. So with that being said, the ref today was an absolute disaster for both sides. I think they were quicker to pick up on the ref is going to call everything a foul. Absolutely everything. So he got away with it. Now, we should have been doing it. We should have been a little bit clearer. And he was giving dodgy calls everywhere. We got a couple in our half as well, on our behalf, I mean. So they were all stupid. He was just card crazy. I wonder, is he like that for every match?
I don't know. I'm not too sure. But there were moments in the first half where they were getting fouls when we weren't getting them. He was giving away fouls to Middlesbrough when we should have got some as well. When they were purposely just being a bunch of naughty boys, let's just say, and we didn't get anything. That was just that's just nasty. It was some of the stuff they were getting away with.
Yeah, we have our second guest, so I'm going to bring in Matthew, who's in the background. Matthew, are you there? Ready? I'm going to bring you in. Yo, how are you doing?
How are you, my friend?
I'm doing good, doing well.
And how are you, other friend? Who am I speaking to?
All good, man.
No, I jumped in. I only want to jump in on the Kiefer Moore thing. I was like, I had words on that. I'm like,
okay, we can jump back to Kiefer Moore in a minute.
We don't have to go back to it.
Well, maybe we will at some point, but I want to keep it on the ref at the moment because I don't want to bounce around with the ref.
The refs
deal with it and then put it away to bed.
I think there's nothing to say about the refereeing today other than what you call the wash, because calls didn't go our way, in my opinion. It could seem one-sided, but on the other end, I'm like, it was just they didn't do their job.
Yeah,
it's not like they favoritized anything. It was just poor reffing.
Okay. I was just having a look here. Kim said 18 fouls and 5 Wrexham yellows, 0 for Middlesbrough. Yeah, 5 cards on our side and none on theirs.
That's a bit suspicious as well. That's very suspicious. Look, what about the bit with Lewis O'Brien? Like, he just gave he was on for about like a few
that
minutes.
was bullshit. That's straight bullshit. I'm sorry for swearing. like I don't know if Parkinson had words with the refs before or after, but they were clearly tilted. Okay. But there's no way of proving that. So
well, Sirio's doing a bit of research for us, and he says, Paddy, last time there was 11 cards when he reffed our game against Exeter last season. So he is card happy.
So does his ex-girlfriend live in Wrexham?
Who knows?
Yeah. Like that is the only question. Like there has to be some sort of slate that would push a man to do that. And it was rain, and the weather wasn't the best.
Yeah. Okay. That yellow card on O'Brien was a weird one. It was a bit ridiculous.
It just made no sense.
Well, it kind of turns out that the reason he gave it was for blocking the free kick. That they decided to take the free kick early, and because he wasn't backing off and heading away for his 10 feet, it actually interfered with the free kick because the player kicked it at him.
That's a fair call.
Yeah. So it's one of these kind of odd rules that never gets called. But because this ref was calling absolutely everything today, maybe the player tried one on and purposely kicked the ball at him knowing this. If he did, fair play. If he actually knew that rule and thought the ref might call it, then that was excellent. But yeah, it was probably just one of those random things that he decided to get cards out for.
I reffed hockey. I played hockey too. And reffing, I had to go to freaking court at one point because I called a match penalty on a kid. Which, if you're in Canada or if you know hockey, I called a match on a 15-year-old, and I was 18, and I just tapped my head. He literally charged and backdoor, like he could have killed a guy. And you have no idea going into the referee's room in the fights, and then parents coming. He's like, "You're giving a match penalty because you're suspended forever, pretty much in hockey for doing that." But he literally, I'm like, he charged because I was watching. Like clearly, my job is to watch, and it's like he went from literally the blue line to the corner with pure intent of hitting this kid who hadn't even hit the puck yet, and then the puck got hit away, like. Puck got drawn to the other corner. He just went and just boarded him through the back, like almost killed the kid. And I'm like, I instantly called the game, gave him a 10. I'm like, he's off the ice now. I have coaches and parents be like, "That is, what are you doing?" I'm like, "What?" I'm like, "He
Okay.
almost killed a kid." Like,
Cool.
it's a tough job.
It is a tough job. That's fine. A little bit off topic, but well done. No problem.
Exactly. Don't get mad at the refs so much that they're doing the best they can.
No, hang on now. These guys are paying a lot of money. They should be a little bit better than that tonight. I'm sorry.
I was being paid like $16 for an hour. Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit different.
Childhood jobs, right?
Yeah. Okay. Right. Let's start the discussion a little bit differently. I'll go through the players in a bit. We'll talk about most of them quickly. But first off, without going into details, who was your best player? Who was your worst player for us tonight? Perhaps you go first.
Best player. It's a tough one. I would say Thomason.
Okay. Worst?
I'll put him as worst.
Okay, Matt. While Habs thinks about it.
Oh yeah, no, it's a loaded question.
No, just throw it out there. We'll talk about them in a minute. Yeah.
From the match I saw, I'm like, even though AO is becoming such a championship player, and you could seen him, he's been growing with the team. He did outstanding today.
Okay. Worst?
No,
we'll talk about it in a minute. Relax. Answer the question.
Like, worst?
Come on, guys. Quick answers. We got to keep this flowing.
Well, how about your worst? You can keep the flow going.
No, this is about you guys.
No,
Answer my questions. I'm in charge.
Like,
you're not in charge. I'm in charge. Do your top. Ads.
Honestly, it's gonna sound bad, but it's like our left-footed, no, our back defense, our famous child from Wrexham.
Bunt?
No.
Do it.
Yeah.
Okay. Right. Have you come up with an answer?
Everything's moving different, and he just got out of. You see him out of position in certain points, and it just.
Matt, we'll talk about it in a second. Let me get the answers out.
All right.
Hang on. Abs, go on.
It would either come down to I want to say Dobson, but it's not really. Is the thing that sticks out is his.
Long story short. Go on.
It's more.
More. Okay. Right. So on the stats, let's have a quick look at the stats here. Best player by the stats is Thomason with an 8.1. He was the only player who got an 8.1 for us. Then other notable decent results were 7.4 for Kluert, 7.1 for Windass, 7.2 for Hyam and James. On the weaker side, then we have Moore with a 6.7, Longman 6.9, Kabore 6.7, Brunt 6.5, who was the lowest according to FootMob, and Okonkwo with a 6.7. Now, he didn't have a lot to do, but he did well for me. I don't know how he ended up with a 6.7. Just for the one goal? I suppose that can knock you down as a keeper.
Some of those I don't agree with.
Yeah, I don't.
Some like okay, I get it for Brunt, but he got injured. He looked like he got a thigh injury. So okay, I get that. Who else was it? So you got Arthur. He's got 6 point. He was stopping some of the goals that were coming through.
Yeah, we would have lost without him.
Okay, so we'll focus on AO first. We'll go through the team then. And guys, anyone else want to jump in, grab the link and jump in to us, please. Okay, so Okonkwo, they gave him a 6.7. He did pretty well. He was important in the couple of shots he had to save. Most of their shots were weak and didn't really trouble him too much. Our defense was really stepping up to it. So I think he had a good game. One of his better games, I think. The goal wasn't really his fault. Someone should have been marking their guy. Again, open header on near the back post. That's crazy.
those moments can happen. So
They can happen, yeah. I don't really think it's Ayo's fault. So we're all happy with Ayo. Okay. Then backline, we have Kluivert, Hyam, and Brunt. Brunt did go off with an injury, and then we got Scar. So let's include Scar in that. Scar got a 6.4, actually.
that's
now
nonsense.
that's nonsense. Yeah,
But
I just looked at
it. Just to quote Sean Dyche, that's a woke nonsense.
Okay,
Why-
Michael here is telling us that Max lost his mark for the goal, which is fair. But go on, keep on. Sorry.
I can understand with it's hard to say with Max because Max is the person who pushes the game forward. He's our right centre back that pushes the game forward, and he's allowed to move forward. He can act as like a.
He is, but may I?
Go on.
The reason I picked him as the least performing is not because he didn't play a good game. It seemed like he was switching a role where it's like he is a number one. He's a striker at the end of the day when you think of a defense where he can go back and forth. And he seemed just lost in the corner where it's like, yeah, his push forward wasn't there that he has had. And it's like maybe it's a switching gears. And he was being defensive. There's nothing. He didn't play a bad game. He just didn't perform today, is all I'm saying.
Okay. Right. Now I'll bring this back up later, but just because we mentioned it there about the goal, Elizabeth Jones brings up it was Dabo's man who got in front of him for the goal, not Max. And Michael says he was standing in front of Hackney, no man's land, and not covering anybody. So we'll bring that up when we hit the midfield, okay? And we talk about him later. But I was really happy with our defense today. They did a lot of work. They really worked hard. They were under pressure. They worked as a team. They covered each other. I thought they couldn't do a hell of a lot more. A couple of mistakes here and there, but so be it.
Our defense was quite fluid as well. It was like a fluid.
I agree.
Like a fluid brick wall. It was most of the time.
Yeah. Okay. Now,
what was the other ratings?
For the defense?
For the bad ones.
No, we're going to go through the wingers now for a sec. Okay, so I want to talk about Kabore and Longman and Kakache when he came on, because I had what may be a bit of a hot take for people here. Let's see who agrees with me and who doesn't. Longman isn't amazing. He did okay again today. We've already discussed this. Kakache, I think, is better and certainly has a higher ceiling. So that's one thing. I'm going to leave Longman out a little bit. Kabore and Kakache played amazingly in defense. Their defensive duties and their defensive roles were excellent today. But my hot take is this. I still haven't seen the best in attack from those guys. They need to up it. And Kabore, for all the signs that are there, he is still not comfortable in exactly what he's doing. He's a bit erratic in his attack.
May I interject on that?
Go.
Yeah, with Kabore, he can probably score a goal from midfield.
But he doesn't. So
exactly.
He can't.
Yeah, no, I have the same.
So
question.
He can't.
I'm like, why is he not doing? Like, you can see him. We've watched him. He is an amazing player. And he can plant a ball where it needs to be, and someone else scores. He can also probably put it in the net. Why is he not doing that? It's a question of, it's like, he can strike. I'm like, when's the time where he's going to pull a wing and everyone's going to expect a cross, defense is going to move, and he's just going to freaking pelt it. And the goalie won't know, and the defense will be gone, and that is the moment I'm waiting for. And I think Parkinson knows that too, and I think Kabore knows it, because he can. Yeah. He is so fast, so strong. He can win balls. Like, if he sees a gap, it goes in the net. Why hasn't he done that yet?
Yeah, I have seen Kabore cut in and go for a shot, And he has been reasonably close. Oh, what's happening with my light? Something's going wrong with my camera. Never mind, we'll ignore it for the moment. But a lot of his stuff is going wide. It's going high. It's not going anywhere. He can run into space, but he needs to figure out what he's doing, because he has all the skills and talents to do it.
Yeah, he does. That's all I can say too. It's like he has everything, and when it hits, it hits.
You also got to take into consideration every team knows that they can just overload him. So which has been the consistent pattern. As soon as everyone figured out, as soon as we used him in the Norwich match, no one was able to just touch him at that point, and everyone must have seen that. Okay, we got to watch for this guy.
You got to deal with him. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah,
he's a threat.
Yeah, he's a constant threat on that right wing. If you give him too much space, which everyone knows, if you give him any space, they're going to go. He's either going to get that space to be able to pass that through, or get that crossed over. And they know if it's just a one-on-one, they're not going to be able to deal with him. If it's a one-on-one between those two, but if you can overload him and you can get the ball off of him, then it's a lot safer for them. But they know that we're going to be over-reliant on the right. As of right now, we have to deal with Longman on the left, but Longman is just not as comfortable.
I agree with that. But we have Rathbones coming back too, right? Let's see how he does.
Yeah, how is that particularly relevant to the wingers though?
No, you're gonna have. You don't think he's gonna get pushed back? I don't think he's gonna, with O'Brien and everyone else. I think he's gonna be being pushed to a wing.
Okay. Right. I absolutely believe in Kabore. It's amazing that he's so good at his defense. That's what I was worried about. Because in the past we have constantly worried about, okay, we have to bring someone in and we have to kind of teach them about the defensive duties, because we keep getting wingers and teaching them how to be wing backs. But Kabore seems totally sound and suited with the defensive duties, which first and foremost, that's what Parky wants. He has time to figure out his attack.
His personality.
His personality and understanding the rest of the team and everything else. So yeah,
but like Kabore, sorry to interrupt, like his personality is always, everyone has probably watched the interview when he got signed on. He was just here to support the team in any way. He always thinks about making sure he'll push forward when he can, because he knows he can, but he's always going to defend.
Yeah.
You can just tell it from his personality. And that's in sports, we all have our personalities, whether you're defense or offense. The end goal is to win.
Yeah.
Also, taking into consideration, he hasn't been used. He's been used sparingly in other places when he's been on loan. So whatever loan spell he was on, he's been used very sparingly. And this is probably the only place where he's been used consistently. This is the only place he's been used as a starter.
Yeah.
Agreed. He needs time.
He does.
And he'll settle for that. He will settle in the future, I assume, and get much better.
Here's the thing. I think next season he'll become even more dangerous.
Well, he might not be with us next season, so let's see who he plays for.
Yeah, sure he will. Sure. Everyone thinks that.
Let's say after January. How about that?
We'll get our money back at that point. But other than that, it's like,
get what money back? He's on loan.
Isn't it a contract where it's a sign off deal?
What? No, it's a loan deal.
Yeah, I think we'll have him.
If he wants to come, and if nobody else bids more than us, so
exactly.
So let's say January. We'll get more out of him next January, the second half. That's more likely. Okay.
If we actually buy him in January, that'd be fucking nuts.
That'd be better as well. Yeah.
It would be a good move. Yeah. That's probably makes sense why Ryan and Rob would want to spend at that point.
Okay.
Like, it just block him down. Like,
Okay,
The
so what? Go on.
the only threat
Last
I was
point.
going to say is a team in Europe that would want him, but Man City don't really have much options
Yeah.
to use him for anything. So
And do you know what? I look at the moment, unless he does absolutely amazing for us in the future, he is not Prem ready, even for a low-level Prem team. He's not. I'm sorry. He has skills, he has talents, he has maybe good enough to put everything together, but right now he's not.
no,
He's not ready for a low-level Prem team to take him yet.
I mean, he was in the Bundesliga, so he wasn't, and he was used sparingly there. So
Yeah.
and so he's not ready for a tier 1 level league. So he's going to need to what's the word? Get on the grindstone, put his nose to the grindstone to really improve.
Yeah. Focus.
Fair enough. Yeah.
Okay, so let's switch the wing. Let's go out to Kakache, because we haven't spoken about him too much. What do you think on Kakache? Again, I'm really impressed with his defense. He had some excellent covers today.
Yeah, I was impressed with his placement. He reads plays. Like, when you're looking, he did very well. That's all I can say. When you're watching him, like, there were things that he cut off that you could see they were trying to form some sort of strike, and he just said nope and got in their way before that even happened. Like, so they had to rethink their passes. They had to dribble the ball back and everything else. So he was there to make sure that they didn't have opportunities. I thought he played very well positioned, like, just almost to a T, like, strategic that way. So he's reading the plays ahead. And Middlesborough is a tough team.
Yeah. And what about him chasing down the ball to the sideline and then kicking it off to the other player for a throw in? That was fantastic.
That was funny. It's cheeky and smart. Like, it's like that's exactly what I'm saying. Like, he knew the play, so he's like, I can do this. He's like, he was relaxed at that point. Like, he had already read what they were going to do. So it's like, yeah, just kick it off on him. And it's a cheeky thing to do, but it's funny. It's the Italian way, I would say.
Yeah.
I would say that for Kakache, as soon as him, O'Brien, and Broadhead came on, that you could tell that the threat was starting to come back into place. Especially that moment where Moore could have got the goal. It was the pass from Broadhead to Kakache. Was it Broadhead, Kakache, and then to O'Brien, and back to Kakache? And you can tell once the ball was getting going through that cross, you can tell how much of a danger they are on that left side.
Huge. Like, and I mean, we even in Oxford, how many times did we hit the frickin' post? And how many times did we do it this time too? It's like, we are so close, and we've hit the bar at Oxford, we've hit it at Middlesborough, so we're going to be known as the team that hits the bar. It's not that we don't have the chances, and our strikes are there, and we are dangerous. So once they start landing, especially from Kakache and stuff, and like, when you have defense able to move forward and back so fast.
Yeah. Once we get the two boys firing on the attack properly, we are going to be a real danger to a lot of teams. Like, they're getting some chances now, but once they really lock in on how to attack as a team, how to use their own talents and everybody else's, we will be a real danger for teams.
It's once we've synced in, drilled in, and synced in with each other, completely drilled in on what we need to do, it's going to become far more dangerous, especially on our wings as well, with the way, because Kakache is fast. You've noticed how quickly he can move.
Yeah.
He is fast.
He's quick. He's quick. He's in short spurts. He is dangerous against any team because he can sprint.
Yeah, I think you can tell he has been drilled in how to dribble around players. It's that instant burst of speed.
Yeah, it's like, and it might not. Doesn't have to last either.
Yes, it doesn't. Just get one foot ahead.
He'll outrun you for 5 seconds, but he'll also move the ball at the same time. Like, he's like a bullet that's going to go a certain distance. But if you give him that opportunity, and if the whole team knows what's going on, he is going to outburst he will create opportunities where your defense cannot keep him. He will just straight shoot his entire energy. And that's what I saw today.
Yeah.
And it's so much nicer having a natural left footer as well on that side.
Yes.
A natural left footer. It just to be able to control that side and be able to do crosses on passes through that side far more effectively and far more efficiently with a natural left footer, as opposed to having to put Longman there, who is. You can even tell when there was a moment when he tried to score as well, I think, and he tried to do it with his left foot, and you could tell it looked weird. It was awkward.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Okay. Sorry, my alarm stopped. Right, let's move to the rest of our midfield. We have Dobson.
I was hearing Final Fantasy VII.
What?
I was hearing Final Fantasy music for a moment.
No.
But I always thought Zelda at that point. I didn't really actually hear it.
It's neither. It's neither. It's just a ringtone or alarm tone.
There's definitely something. Okay, there's always something with Patty. Anyways.
Sorry that my ringtone went off for reminding me I need to do something. I apologize for not being a professional.
Let's chat about the next person. Let's go.
Okay. Moving on to midfield, rather than complaining about me again. I've had enough of that after I muted myself yesterday. And what did I do today? Oh, in the pre-show, I said that we were actually at home for about 5 minutes.
Still waiting on the next player.
Yes. Oh, look at that. Okay. Time out. Right. So moving on, we got Dobson, Thomason, and James started in the midfield again. And we basically played our 3-5-2, which was interesting. And worked, I think, pretty much. It kept us solid. We knew we were going to have to defend it as a massive unit, and we did. So Thomason, James, and Dobson. I'm going to give my take just a little bit here. Dobson, I have been somewhat critical. I've been talking about replacing him with O'Brien and all this sort of stuff. He played his ass off again today, but Dobson is what Dobson is. He's not going to change. He will give his heart for Wrexham, but he has a few flaws, and we live with them. But again, he played really, really hard today. And James looked better today and in the last match than I've ever seen him. He is still a little bit slow, fair enough, but he worked really hard today. He got himself in some good positions. He broke up plays quite well today. I was really impressed with the two of them. And Thomason was all over the place, including blocking out a very dangerous, almost one-on-one with AO, where he got right on top of him and cut out the ball and made it go out for a goal kick, even not even giving away a corner. So they all played really well today. But have at it. What's your thoughts?
No, agreed on Dobson too. It's like he's one of we know him as Wrexham fans, at least that have been following for years and years now. He played well today. There's nothing you can say about that. Like maybe he doesn't have the speed or he hasn't played there. I'm like, but you can see them growing, especially with James too. And I mean, O'Brien obviously got that stupid freaking foul. Like, how the hell did that even happen? But it's just like, what? Like that's just that'll go down in history as a question. And it's just like everyone is playing well in the midfield, and they're playing very good defensively. That is like Middlesborough was a tough match, like.
Yeah,
and
it was.
They didn't really become a threat until the end, and we knew coming in halftime they were going to probably push everything, and they did. They brought out everything and came at that. That means we have to go on the defensive. We knew it was coming, but we're good at that. Sure, we can see the goal sucks, and our attack was there, and it was just like our counter. I don't know. If we had a better mid counter, we would have won.
Okay. Have your say there for a second. I'm going to hide this comment and I'll bring it back up in a moment. But what do you think generally on your midfield? What's your thoughts there?
I don't know what it was with James. I think it's the formation that's helped him significantly, and the way we're using him as opposed to the formation previously. I don't think it suited him, nor to his play style, because we was much more used to this kind of play style from last season. So it's allowing him to be able to do that. And the big benefit is Thomason being able to give in aid with James and Dobson. There's this weird line of connection that they have where they're able to speak to each other telepathically and work with each other.
Yeah, sorry, I was just laughing at a comment there. Took my eye for a second.
Yeah, I saw one too.
No, I agree. No problem. Okay, so I'm going to bring this comment back up because this is a different take that I'm going to go into Dabo again for a second. So where is it? This one. Here we go. Thomason, awesome. James, solid. Dobson got beat at the back post and gave away 2 fouls around the box that gave them free kicks. Many times he's done that this year. So here's a question on Dobson. He has given away multiple free kicks just at the edges of the box in very dangerous positions where early in the season we have been scored on from that position. Is he giving away too many of those? Is he a bit too rash in that danger area, or is it just a function of the job he's been asked to do?
I think it's the function of the job he has to do. He's got, once you start getting to the, and it's also the style of play that we're using as well. Take that into consideration. These are teams that are going to be pressing us hard, especially in the Championship. It's not uncommon that they're going to be pressing us hard and they're going to push us right at the back. And then,
it'll be if he's doing that, I'm like, and he's taking people out just outside the box. I'm like, he's taking a penalty and allowing a free kick. Where we're going to score it on, but if it's the only way to stop getting scored on in the first place, it's like if he's doing that, that's bold, but it is possible. Like if you're defending, would you not rather a free kick rather than an open shot that they're actually going to score? You have to take those chances, I guess. It's a violent sport. Soccer. Football.
Yeah. Now, the chat seems to be all over the place on this. We have 2 different sides of this coin. So it's not one-sided here as to what the answer to this is. John Hill says, gave free kicks away, sure, but also stopped good shooting chances. Often better to shut it down and allow us to get organized. Which is a valid point. From Mike, we have Dobson style great in midfield, defending the box, too many free kicks given every game. I do think he gives away more than most of the others around him as well. For me, you could find better than Dobson, I think. But he's doing his best to keep up.
You could try and find someone better than him, but trying to find a position just like Dobson, specifically that kind of role that he has to fill is like he's got to run around like a maniac. He has to, and you have to be very skillful, and they're not easy to find as well. Those types of players.
Okay, John Hills here says, how many goals has he stopped by doing it? More than it's cost us. I don't think that exactly goes 1 for 1 in that sort of way. But I understand the idea. Yeah, he is stopping dangerous situations when he's not getting caught for the free kick. So that's fair enough. And here's an interesting defense of Dabo from Greg. Dabo was clearly gassed. Too bad Ratbone had a setback. Our rotation is too thin in midfield. This is a point for Dobson. He runs his ass off and he does get gassed late in the match. And I think we actually lost some points early in the season because it was even worse for Dabo. But now he's kind of got the match fitness level up. But he does drop his speed in the last 20 minutes. And I think that is often when the free kicks come. So I don't think he's always aiming for those tackles and just is lucky not to get free kicks. I think it is when he gets tired, where he's just a half step behind and gets caught for some of these.
I mean, that's his role as well in terms of the position that he's in. He's just having to run around and do that kind of stuff. He's a workhorse. He is. So,
yeah.
I mean, the thing is that if he's going to be used in that position to just constantly defend everything he can, every ball that's trying to come through, and then try and break up the play and get the ball passing again, he's going to be the guy you're going to need for that as of right now. But we haven't really got the kind of replacement we need for him. And people might say you could use O'Brien for that, which I know is the typical.
Michael just said, yeah, go on.
But O'Brien is also very good going forward as well.
But not at finishing, unfortunately.
Finishing, no. But the thing is that he could pass the ball to someone like a Broadhead or to a Kakache or to a Smith, not more, Smith. I mean, he did have that moment. I think it was O'Brien who did the cross to Moore. Was it O'Brien or was it Kakache?
I'm not sure which one you're referencing, but
the 71st minute header by Moore.
Okay, how is this relevant to Dobson?
To O'Brien, I'm speaking about.
To O'Brien. Okay, sorry. Yeah, okay, yeah.
Because I understand wanting to put O'Brien back into a position like that, but O'Brien is also very good as a threat going forward.
But so okay. So the big reason I think you potentially should put him back there is because Dobson as well, when you look at Dobson, he does get into good attacking positions. But he out of everybody, he absolutely is not a finisher. He's not an attacker on the end of his role. It's something he can't do. Whereas you put O'Brien in a position like that, he's going to continue the attack. He's going to move it forward or he's going to pass it off to someone, which is what I do like about the idea of it. But this seems to have hit a chord with everybody because there's lots of comments coming in about this. So I'll read a few more here. Esteban says, agreed, it's a product of the job. Professional fouls. Now, there are two different things here, I think. That's a little off topic. It is potentially a product of the job, but professional fouls are different. It's quite clear when someone is taking a professional foul, when he's doing it on purpose.
Oh, you get carded. Like a ref.
Well, yes, you get carded. That's fine, but you're also doing it on purpose. You know you're not going to get the ball.
That's when you get a red, and that's
you rarely get red for them, even cynical ones. But that's slightly different. But we were talking about just fouls that happen.
Yeah. Professional fouls, you can flout it off as tripping over your own shoes and accidentally ran into the person.
Okay.
So, you're able to.
Okay, but that's slightly off the topic. So right. Ceylor Bravos, he says, I've come around on Dabo, but I would never consider his endurance as elite compared to someone like Lewis O'Brien. So Lewis O'Brien or anyone else, there is a step up to championship level, and that's one thing that maybe is a problem for Dabo at the moment as well, is he is fit. He does an awful lot of running, but yes, he maybe is not championship elite fit. Which
he may need to spend some time with McLean then, just to go run around, do 12 kilometers of running.
Yeah, we also had arguments about this as well. He is generally fit, but he's not speed fit. He's burst speed fit. So that's more as well part of the elite thing. Okay, well, I'm gonna try and fly through a lot of these comments because people are making points here I want to put up. Dabo is masterful at killing the other team's momentum. That's a very valid point. Okay, what else do we have? Going back to boy, Dabo's playing CM, but he does separate. Okay, Dobson has earned his place, but O'Brien needs to start instead of Dobson. Interesting. Okay, here we go. I don't know if I quite said this, but it's horses for courses. It's Borough away. We needed Dabo in there for the defending, 100%. Today, absolutely. Today was not a day where we would be relying on Dabo for his attack side of it. So today probably was a perfectly suitable situation to have Dobbo on. I agree with that. Lewis O'Brien is as well as Dobson, not instead of. Okay, really? Lewis O'Brien and Dobson and get rid of James. But then obviously we have Sheaf coming back as well. Okay. Lots more comments there. I'll slide through them. I'm not going to bring them. I think we've sat on this long enough, but it goes to show there is really mixed feelings out there for Dobson. But ultimately, I don't think he will hang on to the spot after this season. Maybe through January to the end of the year, yes, he might be in around that position. No problem with that. But I think next summer we'll be looking for an upgrade. Someone with the extra fitness and attacking potentially.
January will tell.
Yes.
Yeah, the only thing I think is like, and he could surprise us too. So it would be too early to make a decision at that point. But yes, I can see exactly what you're saying. Don't give up on him yet. But yes, it could be needed.
Yeah. And I will say a little bit earlier in the season, I was starting to give up on Dobbo and say we absolutely need to maybe upgrade him or figure out what to do with putting him on the bench or that. But I've changed my mind. He has really changed my mind for the way he's been playing recently. So he has stepped up, which is great. Okay, so we are nearly there then. We only have attack to go back to. And lots of people have been jumping back onto Moore. Moore also seems to be a massive talking point. So the Moore versus Broadhead debate and Windass and Broadhead. This little
Hardy
triangle.
has come up too.
And Hardy has come up a lot as well. Should he be playing? And then Smith. So we're going to add Smith into that as well, which is really interesting. So what's our best attack up front? We don't really know, do we?
We have a huge depth. Like it's like there's so many options, and it doesn't seem like. Obviously, Moore. Everyone's not scoring enough goals. I mean, we know what he is. He is, and he has scored. Anyone who's saying he has not performed, what he did at Sheffield United, he's already done at Wrexham in like 8 games, like to 12, like when he plays. So it's like he's still scoring goals, and he's a threat. Like if he's out there, defense has to watch him. Otherwise, he'll get a header in. There's no question if a cross comes in.
Yeah.
So he's double coverage, which opens up your midfield and everything else. Like there's a reason he's out on the pitch, even though he is not as crafty other than being a big brute. That's what he is. But he does it very well.
Yeah. And you have to give him credit for his defensive duties.
100%.
The amount of crosses and balls in he clears because he gets back. And I have never seen him jog gently back to perform his defensive duties. He is in there always.
Oh, he runs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, of course, that's a reason why he's so knackered at 60, 70 minutes. So I don't put it all down to he just can't hack a 90-minute game anymore. In my mind, he's been asked to do a lot more as a striker with our team than he would be in others. In others, he would sit up the front and wait. Yeah.
Yeah. And it's like, there's nothing, and Parky's like, yeah, I'm going to grind you. And he's like, it's like, okay, sir. That's all he's going through right now. It's like, because he wants to win the games. And the reason he joined Parkinson is probably because, like, when you get a signing like that, he agreed with Parky and what he wants to do. And he plays a defensive style, but also an aggressive counter, always. Just his trend, and actually that's all football, I guess. But when you look at him, people discrediting Kiefer Moore is like, I mean, that's unfair. Like, he is doing very well. And it's like, we're not even seeing Hardy or anyone else out on the pitch. And we don't necessarily know why, because if anyone has to answer at Hardy, I don't know what happened.
Yeah. Hardy really is an interesting one. He keeps coming up, and does he deserve to get the opportunity? Does he deserve to get an opportunity over who we're still trying to fit in the team? It's a tough one. It
And
really
Smith
is.
too.
And then Smith, like if you start advocating for Hardy coming in, then Smith is never getting in.
Yeah.
So we've ended up with maybe too much for that kind of position.
What? I mean, it's a nice problem to have, I suppose. But like worst case scenario, everyone gets injured, we still have backups. But yeah, like I think maybe at our next cup game, we're probably going to see Smith and Hardy play.
Yes, I hope we do. Yeah,
like they're definitely going to be out there, and that's coming up shortly. And that'll be good to see. Like I with such attacking lines, but I want to see maybe more in our attacking, bringing those two in, like having them on the bench at 70 minutes, bringing those subs where you have completely fresh leg attackers who are very talented at scoring.
Mm-hmm.
Like they will get into positions. Like Hardy he's sneaky as frickin' hell. Like he can get into positions. Same with Smith. They know how to get out of position and beat defense in the last 20 minutes. Both of them can do that. Yeah. I'm curious why.
Because of their mobility and their agility, they're able to occupy spaces that Moore is not able to.
Yeah, and exactly. It's like, and so if obviously they come in, but when you put them on in the last 20, those two can scare the hell out of every defense because they're going to be fast. They're going to do things that you don't necessarily. They're just going to try and score.
Yeah. Greg has put up a question here. Do Hardy and Moore start against Cardiff? No, is my answer. Moore does not start. Moore absolutely gets a break.
I do not want Moore anywhere near that. I do not want him anywhere near that match.
No, because... I think Smith will.
I want Smith and Hardy.
Yeah,
I want them both to get a chance.
But I think Hardy might come in the 60th. Like he might use him as a late striker. It depends. Like I think both of them should be able to run a game, but I think Hardy is better in fast speed. Like just that.
Okay. Well, here's the issue. A lot of people are calling for Hardy to get a chance, and let's not forget Hardy has already scored.
Yep. No, 100%. Hardy is my
they're
number
both
one
talented.
Player, so I'm being polite about yes. Like he needs a chance, but we haven't seen anything, right?
Not much. Not as much as you would want.
We don't know the reasons either. So
true, potentially, but I'm going with he is just getting slightly overlooked.
That is my thing too, but I think maybe I don't know. We're not Parky. So it's like, how are we supposed to know? We're not managing the team. Like, it's like there's reasons that he's chosen not to. But he does. I think he has potential that people are overlooking.
Yeah.
I think I'm the first person who, in the WREXtra time, that has made this point, and I think it's spread to everyone else as well, that they're starting to see. They're starting to see that Moore gets tired around the 60-65 minute, and everyone's starting to see it now. At this point, that it's the 60th or 65th minute, his performance is going to dip significantly from that point onwards, and everyone's starting to see it now.
Earlier subs can be challenging, but they can also be useful.
and this is what Greg has commented here. Smith should be coming on sooner. He can do a lot of what Moore can. And be more dangerous with the ball at his feet.
If you bring him in the 60th, he is completely shifting the defense, every strategic thing that they're going to come up with.
They're going to see different styles.
There's some disagreement I have with what Greg has to say in terms of he can do a lot of what Moore can do. He can't do what Moore can do. Moore is a 6'5" number 9, and he's a traditional number 9 who can do a lot of aerial work that nobody else can do.
Yeah,
that's 100%.
He can do that kind of work. He's able to, and he's also a big target for a lot of teams. They know that they have to basically get him, and he's the guy who can get the fouls,
Yeah.
strategic fouls, basically, to get the to slow down the game. So, but the things that he can't do is the things that Smith and Hardy can do. They're faster, they're better with their feet on the ball. They're able to work with the others. They're able to work in terms of being able to play the game. If you get what I mean by playing the game, as opposed to just.
Are you saying Moore can't play the game?
No. Okay. All right.
He's a scarecrow. He has the mobility of a scarecrow. He has.
I don't know that that's fair. That's not fair. But he's definitely not as fluid as maybe a ballet dancer or something. You know what I mean? But
it's like if me and Patty go running, who's gonna win? I'm the skinny guy. He's the lovely.
Don't go there now. Don't stop. Okay.
He's the talented one who runs the show, and I just show up. So it's
right. We're kind of talking about all the players all together, so let's swap it up again and keep going around in circles as we try and get onto all the points. Patrick Ogden here again has a point that we probably haven't spoken about in a while. He doesn't think Hardy got back on defence enough for Parky. Now that's interesting, and we did discuss this previously. Is Hardy didn't seem to bust his ass to get back to do the defensive duties when he was out there.
During the trip, from what I remember, I'm like he likes to stay up front and he doesn't, but he doesn't bust his ass to come back in matches. I noticed that too. I didn't know that was in Australia when we were watching him, but it's like, yeah, he just he busts forward, but it's like then he doesn't get back. So maybe that is, I don't know. It's a good point, Patrick.
And we do know Parky loves a defender. Even if he's an attacker, he loves him to be a defender. So that's true.
Maybe that's why I think he's intentionally keeping him out. So he's just developing him to just make sure, okay, you've got to do this. You have to do it. So he's going to drill it into him that you're going to have to play this kind of defensive thing because he does sit deep on the other end of the box.
No, that was a very good shout, Patrick. Because I can actually see exactly why Parky would hold him back that way, and he didn't necessarily do defensive duties. Like, we sucked on travel. It was fine. But
the thing that Hardy is very good at, he's very dangerous on the transition.
Oh, 100%.
He's the most dangerous on the transition. If you get him if he gets the ball, he will run with the ball to the other end. And
he can shoot. He can snipe too. Some of his he's a danger. So it's like if he's doing this almost midfield work, but do you want to put him as a front or do you want to actually play him in mid?
Anyway, this is an interesting conversation because the cup match is next, and we are going to see different players play, and I can't wait for one. It's going to be a fun match. Yeah, I'm really up for the cup match. I want to win that. I want to take out another Welsh team, seeing as they got relegated this season, and I want to go on to play a Prem team next round. So it's for me. I do not want to lose that match.
We're at the point of let's just win and we can play European football next year. At least we get that regardless of championship, because the winner of the cup does get in conference European.
Okay, but then we have to go through another 2 levels. We're not that close yet.
Well, we're going to have to play Premier teams and show them who we are.
So you think we're going to beat a Prem team twice? Okay.
They're not going to risk their team on us. So it's like we can
end up with them with skip. Okay.
Yeah, they're not going to risk Premier League to play against us, so they're just going to play Championship football.
Okay, you do understand that their bench is also Premier League?
Yeah, quite aware of that.
Well, there you go.
Or we can get the most scariest team, the most terrifying team, Grimsby.
Yeah. Maybe we get lucky and get Grimsby.
I really hope Grimsby wins. Of all things, it's epic. They deserve it.
No. Let's go the whole Welsh thing. let Swansea win, and then they can go through to us in the next round.
If we're going to do the whole Welsh thing, as long as we finish above Swansea, it's okay. But
I mean, if we get through and we end up matching with Arsenal, like, you're not going to get through that. We're going to be stuck in our box the entire time.
Ooh.
you and Snoop Dogg, right? Martha Stewart is now a partner of Swansea too. It's crazy, our owners.
Okay, right. We
Luka Modric is an investor in Swansea as well. It's like, what is going on over there?
We've gone way off the topic, but
yes, just about to say. So we have deviated a little bit to the cup, but it is up next, so that's fine. The cup will absolutely be fun, but just back on topic.
I think it'll be fun if we can actually go and hitting Wembley. How fun would that be for everyone?
Well, that's the round after, but yes.
So such a pessimist on this situation.
one round at a time. You just said on topic, and then you jumped 2 rounds ahead.
Yeah, because we're going to be at Wembley. Is that
okay?
Optimism always.
Right, guys, just back on the league for the moment. I think it's a fantastic point. We won in the last match in Oxford, which is what everybody wanted, because we had 2 extremely dangerous matches in the league. And now we're after getting through this match, showing we deserve to be here. And we've taken a point off who were the top team. So that's just helping us slowly drive forward. Now, unfortunately, if we'd beaten them, we would actually have gone ahead of Birmingham. But c'est la vie. Their time will come. We'll get them soon enough.
Where's Merrill? Is he listening right now?
I'm sure he's listening. Yeah. I'll be talking to him on Monday. Don't worry about it. Where we'll be discussing our draw and their loss. So
the only one that, I mean, Middlesbrough seems to be that team that is capable of getting random losses or random draws with other teams. Coventry is Lampard. The way he set up his squad, he's set them up to be a demolition squad. So we would be getting a draw for them would be really good.
And when I bring up Coventry, only because do you remember when you did your who's going to win the league draw and who picked Coventry out of all people?
Josh.
Mr. Josh Anthony.
Don't be giving him props for doing that.
You know, he did. When I saw
I know he did, yeah. And everybody called him crazy.
Yeah, and I'm just like, no, he's like, he looked at the squad and I'm like, and there are other people that, there's other posts that we see whatever you see online about Wrexham and everything when we come up. And Coventry friends, they're like, yeah, this is our year. He paid attention to that. But who knows what happens in a couple of days, right?
I mean, he's turned Haji Wright into an absolute goal-scoring machine. Yeah.
Yep.
So.
Okay, guys, we're almost at the 90 minutes, and we have gone a little off topic, and I have other things to do, unfortunately, this evening, guys. So I think we will call it quits there. But what is the on that bombshell for tonight? The on the bombshell is very simple. I think we are actually going to beat Coventry. I'm the only one with faith. Everybody's saying how badly we're going to lose. Oh my God, it's Coventry. They're playing so well. Yes, they are. I think we could beat them. And maybe it'll be a reverse score from the cup match, and it'll actually be 4-3 in our favour. How about that for a match? Huh? How about that?
I agree that Middlesbrough we should have, it would have been such an epic win if we would have, but it's like, we are not fighting. I think we're going to beat them. We could show a fight, and these are tough matches. I think we're going to win.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, thank you. I've already done the bombshell. What does the bombshell mean? It means we are finishing the show. Take care, everybody. See you next time.
Yeah.
Bye.
See you in a bit, everyone. See you in a bit.